90% of drivers have no idea these hidden features even exist in their cars. But here's the kicker. One of them could save you thousands in repairs, yet you probably ignore it completely. And chances are you've been missing these features your entire driving life. Before you waste any money, here are 17 little-known car features most people miss. Don't skip this, it will save you serious money. Let's dive in. Secret number 17, the headrest emergency tool. Ever seen those removable headrests and wondered why they pull out so easily? Here's what dealerships won't tell you. They're emergency window breakers, not just comfort features. In a life or death situation where you're trapped, those metal bars are designed to shatter your window and save your life. Pull the headrest out, jam one metal prong into the corner of your side window, and push down hard. The window explodes instantly. Here's the kicker. If your car goes underwater or doors jam after an accident, you've got seconds to escape. Regular windows won't roll down underwater, and punching glass doesn't work like the movies. The corner is the weakest point because that's where structural stress concentrates. This trick has saved actual lives in flood zones and crashes. Yet dealerships never mention it because they'd rather sell you a $25 window breaker tool that does the exact same thing your headrest does for free. You'd be shocked how many people sit on this life-saving feature daily without a clue. Secret number 16, fuel door release backup. Your fuel door won't open and you're stuck at the pump looking foolish. Before calling roadside assistance for $75 to $150, check your trunk. Most cars hide a manual release cable behind a panel, usually marked with a tiny gas pump icon. Pull it and the door pops right open. Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mazda, almost every major brand includes this, but dealerships conveniently forget to mention it during your walkthrough. Here's the kicker. Mechanics charge $150 to diagnose and fix a fuel door release when all you needed was to pull a cable that takes 2 seconds. I've seen people wait hours for tow trucks at $150 plus per call, completely unaware the solution was 2 feet behind them in the trunk. Some even pried the door open with screwdrivers and caused $300 in body damage to save a $50 tank of gas. What they don't tell you, this backup exists specifically for electrical failures and dead batteries. Knowing where it is takes 30 seconds and saves you from being stranded with an empty tank. Secret number 15. Hidden diagnostic mode that shows real problems. Your check engine light comes on, and the dealer charges you $120 just to plug in a scanner and read the code. Here's what they don't want you to know. Your car has a hidden diagnostic mode built right into the dashboard. Most cars let you access diagnostic codes without any scanner. On many models, turn the key from off to on 3 times without starting the engine, ending in the on position. Your dashboard will cycle through every warning light, then display stored error codes. Toyota and Lexus, hold the odometer reset button while turning the key. Honda, press and hold trip reset while turning key. Ford, turn key on, on quickly. Here's the kicker. Dealerships charge $120 to $150 for diagnostics that take them 30 seconds with a tool, when your car can tell you the same codes for free. Write down the codes, Google them, and you'll know exactly what's wrong before any mechanic tries selling you unnecessary repairs. What they don't tell you, 40% of check engine lights are minor issues like loose gas caps or bad sensors that cost $20 to fix, not the $800 repair shops try to sell you. You'd be shocked how many people pay for full diagnostics when their dashboard was ready to tell them everything for free. If these secrets are already blowing your mind, hit that subscribe button. We've got 14 more coming that'll save you serious money. Secret number 14, rear view mirror night mode. That tab at the bottom of your mirror isn't decorative. It's a manual anti-glare feature that most people never touch, costing them hundreds in unnecessary upgrades. Flip it when high beams behind you are blinding, and the mirror angle changes to bounce light toward your ceiling instead of your eyes. Your mirror has 2 reflective surfaces. The tab switches between them, cutting glare by 70% while you still see what's behind you. Here's the kicker. About 14% of older drivers quit night driving entirely because of glare, when this simple tab solves it instantly for free. Newer cars have auto-dimming mirrors that cost $200 to $400 to replace when they fail. Your manual tab works forever at 0 cost. What dealerships won't mention, they push 350 plus auto-dimming mirror upgrades when your manual tab does the same job for free. One flip could make you comfortable driving at night again without spending a penny. This simple physics trick has been around since the 1930s, yet people still pay hundreds for electronic solutions to a problem that's already solved. Secret number 13, childproof lock override from inside. You activated rear childproof locks and now you're trapped in your own back seat like a kid. Embarrassing, infuriating, and completely avoidable. Here's the escape nobody mentions. Look for a small switch on the door edge near the latch. That's your manual override that takes 2 seconds to flip. Flip it off and the door opens normally from inside. No crawling to the front seat, no yelling for help, no calling friends to rescue you from your own car. The switch is usually a small lever or slider that moves vertically or horizontally depending on your make and model. Here's the kicker. I've watched full-grown adults panic in parking lots for 10+ minutes, yanking the handle repeatedly like that'll magically change physics, when the solution is literally 6 inches from their hand. Some cars hide it under a small cap that pops off. Others leave it visible on the door edge. But it's always there because federal safety regulations require a manual override. You'd be shocked how many people call locksmiths for $75 plus to open a door from outside when they could have just flipped a switch from inside.
Secret number 12, vanity mirror lights emergency trick.
Those visor lights aren't just for makeup. They're one of the brightest emergency lights in your car that nobody thinks to use. Drop something at night, roadside emergency, dead phone flashlight. Flip that visor down and use those lights like a spotlight. The positioning is perfect because the visor swivels, aiming concentrated light exactly where you need it. Here's the bonus trick. On some cars, you can remove the visor entirely and hold it like an actual flashlight, as long as you stay within cord reach. Way better than fumbling with your dying phone while you're digging around in the dark. What they don't tell you, this has helped me find dropped keys, lost earrings, contact lenses, and screws in footwells without needing to dig through the trunk for a flashlight I probably don't have. It's already there, often brighter than phone flashlights, doesn't drain your phone battery when you actually need it for calls, and it's perfectly positioned for interior searching. Plus, it's brighter than most phone flashlights and doesn't drain your battery when you actually need your phone for emergency calls. Secret number 11, trunk emergency release. Every car made after 2002 legally requires a glow-in-the-dark trunk release inside. Yet most people have no idea it exists until they need it desperately. Look for a bright yellow, green, or orange T-handle or pull strap. Pull it and the trunk opens immediately from inside, even if the car's locked and off. It's federal law in the US, and similar regulations exist in most countries. Every manufacturer has to include it, no exceptions. This has saved lives in kidnappings, accidents, carjackings, and even kids accidentally trapping themselves during hide and seek.
Here's what parents don't think about. Teach your kids where this handle is right now.
Not to scare them, but because kids playing hide and seek have died trapped in trunks when they couldn't figure out how to escape. The handle glows in the dark, specifically so you can find it in complete darkness. Some models have clear pictograms showing a person escaping from a trunk. What they don't tell you, knowing where this is turns a potential tragedy into a 5-second escape. Take 30 seconds this weekend to show every family member where it is in your car. Secret number 10. Seatbelt height adjustment. Your seatbelt cutting into your neck or sliding off your shoulder constantly. That's not just annoying, it's legitimately dangerous and could cost you your life in a crash. Most people don't know that button or slider near the top of the B pillar adjusts the belt anchor height to match your body perfectly. Press it, slide the anchor up or down, and suddenly the belt crosses your shoulder correctly instead of strangling you. Taller drivers should move it higher, shorter drivers lower. The goal is middle of your collarbone, not your neck or upper arm. Proper positioning can be the difference between walking away from an accident and serious neck or chest injuries. Here's the kicker. 70% of drivers have never touched this adjustment. They deal with uncomfortable, unsafe positioning for years because dealerships don't show them during delivery. What they don't tell you, improper belt position increases injury severity by up to 50% in crashes, according to NHTSA studies. Taking 10 seconds to adjust it correctly is one of the smartest safety moves you can make, and it costs absolutely nothing. Insurance companies know this, but won't tell you. Proper belt positioning reduces claim payouts significantly. Secret number 9, OOPS button, one-touch window reversal. Ever closed your window on your finger, a pet's paw, or a kid's hand? Most modern cars have a hidden safety feature that stops and reverses windows automatically. It's called anti-pinch or one-touch reversal, and it uses sensors to detect resistance. When the window feels unexpected pressure while closing, it immediately stops and rolls back down about 2 inches to prevent injury. Here's the kicker. This feature can malfunction and cause your windows to roll down randomly, which most people think is a ghost or electrical problem requiring expensive diagnosis. What they don't tell you, mechanics charge $300 plus to diagnose these electrical gremlins, and love it because this creates 60% of all mysterious electrical problems that bring cars into shops.
The real fix.
Clean your window channels with rubbing alcohol on a cloth, and the problem usually disappears. You'd be shocked how many people pay dealerships $150 to $300 to fix window motors when all they needed was 5 minutes of cleaning. The anti-pinch sensors get confused by dirt buildup and think there's an obstruction when there isn't. Mechanics make a fortune replacing perfectly good window motors because drivers don't know the sensors just needed cleaning. Secret number 8, steering wheel tilt and telescope.
Constantly uncomfortable while driving?
The problem isn't your seat, it's probably your steering wheel position, and it's costing you in chiropractor bills and lost productivity. Most modern wheels adjust 2 ways, tilt up and down, and telescope closer and farther. Yet tons of drivers never touch the controls because nobody showed them during delivery. Look under the column for a lever or button. Pull it, move the wheel to your ideal spot, lock it back. Some cars have electronic adjustment with buttons on the side instead of a manual lever, but the principle is the same. The perfect position lets your wrists rest on top when arms are extended and doesn't block your view of the gauges. Getting this right eliminates shoulder pain, reduces fatigue, and gives you better vehicle control. Here's the kicker. People spend $200 plus on fancy seat cushions and lumbar supports when their pain comes from overreaching for a wheel positioned too far away.
One free adjustment eliminates the problem completely.
What they don't tell you, improper steering wheel position causes 30% of driver fatigue complaints, according to ergonomic studies. You'd be shocked how many people drive for years suffering shoulder and neck pain, spending hundreds on massages and pain relief, when one 10-second adjustment would eliminate everything. Secret number 7, dimmer switch for dashboard lights. Dashboard blazing so bright at night it's distracting and giving you headaches? Or so dim you can barely read your speedometer and risk a ticket? There's a dimmer control you've probably never noticed, usually a small roller wheel near the steering column or built into the turn signal stalk. Scroll one way for brighter, the other for dimmer. Perfect for night driving without blinding yourself. On some newer cars, it's controlled through the touchscreen menu instead of a physical wheel, buried 3 menus deep where you'll never find it. Here's what's crazy. This has been standard for decades, yet I constantly see people squinting at dim gauges or shielding their eyes from bright ones, complaining about eye strain. Some cars even let you dim different zones separately. Instrument cluster, center screen, and button backlighting all adjust independently for perfect customization. What they don't tell you, improper dashboard brightness causes eye fatigue and reduces night driving safety by up to 20%, according to visibility studies. Finding that sweet spot makes night driving exponentially more comfortable, safer, and eliminates those post-drive headaches you've been blaming on stress. Secret number 6, the brake pedal height adjustment.
Feel like your brake pedal is too high or too low compared to the gas pedal? No.
Most people don't know you can actually adjust brake pedal height.
Look under the dash above the brake pedal. There's usually an adjustable rod or bolt that changes pedal height by a few inches.
This is especially useful for shorter drivers who have to stretch uncomfortably, or taller drivers whose knees hit the steering column. Here's the kicker. Dealerships charge $120 to $200 for pedal position adjustment service, when it's literally just loosening a bolt and moving the pedal up or down. What they don't tell you, improper pedal height causes heel and ankle pain, increases reaction time in emergencies, and makes heel-toe downshifting nearly impossible for performance drivers. You'd be shocked how many people suffer foot cramps and ankle pain on long drives when a 5-minute adjustment would fix everything. Some manufacturers even include this in the owner's manual, but bury it so deep nobody ever finds it. This adjustment can shave half a second off your emergency braking reaction time, which at highway speeds is the difference between stopping safely and rear-ending someone. Secret number 5, spare tire location diagram. Got a flat and can't find your spare? Modern cars hide them in the weirdest places, and tow trucks love charging $150 plus because you couldn't locate it. Check your owner's manual or a trunk sticker. There's a diagram showing exactly where it's stored. Some manufacturers even put a small decal right on the trunk floor showing you exactly where to look and how to access it.
Trucks and SUVs often mount them underneath the rear bumper, lowered with a special crank tool that's usually stored with your jack. Minivans hide them under third rows. Some cars skip spares entirely and include just inflator kits worth $15 that leave you stranded anyway.
Here's the kicker. People call $150 plus tow trucks because they don't have a spare, when it's literally bolted underneath their vehicle with a release mechanism they never knew existed. What they don't tell you, learn where your spare is before you get a flat and actually practice changing it once in your driveway.
The highway at night in pouring rain with semis flying past at 70 miles per hour is a terrible time to figure this stuff out.
Roadside assistance costs $75 to $200 per call, and if you're in a remote area, it can take hours. Drop a comment telling me where your spare is. I bet half of you are about to go check right now.
Secret number 4. Map lights individual controls. Your passenger turns on the map light and suddenly you're being blinded trying to drive, creating a genuine safety hazard you've been tolerating for years.
Most map lights have individual controls. One button for driver's side, one for passengers, sometimes a middle button for both. This means passengers can read or search while your side stays dark so you can actually see the road.
Some luxury cars even have brightness adjustments for each individual light, letting you fine-tune exactly how much illumination each person needs without compromising the driver.
The buttons are tiny and easy to miss, sometimes just marked with small icons showing which side they control. Once you know they're there, night driving with passengers becomes way less annoying and infinitely safer. Here's the kicker. People have actual arguments with passengers about interior lighting, when the car already solved the problem with a button they didn't know existed. Some cars even have rear map lights with the same individual control setup, perfect for backseat passengers reading or working without lighting up the entire vehicle like a stadium at night.
Secret number 3. Automatic window close with key fob.
Walk away from your car and realize you left a window down.
By the time you notice, you're 50 feet away and definitely not walking back.
Many cars let you close all windows remotely. Press and hold lock for 3 seconds.
Windows roll up, sunroof closes, done.
Some brands require you to turn the key in the door lock and hold it instead of using the fob, but the result is the same. Works on Honda, VW, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Nissan, Toyota, and many others. Some require unlock first, then press and hold lock. The feature is there, but dealerships never mention it during delivery because it's not important enough.
Here's the bonus trick. You can open all windows remotely too for ventilation. On hot days, unlock from a distance, then press and hold unlock.
Windows drop, venting 140-degree heat before you even get in. What they don't tell you, no more baking in an oven on wheels while waiting for AC to catch up, which can take 5+ minutes and waste gas. You'd be shocked how many people have this feature but never use it because it's buried deep in the owner's manual that nobody reads. This feature alone can prevent heat stroke in kids or pets if you're running back for something you forgot. Secret number 2, rear window defrost auto timer. You turn on rear defrost and forget it's running. Hours later, you're wondering why your battery's weak or you're burning extra gas for no reason.
Most cars have automatic shut-off built in. It runs 10 to 20 minutes, then stops itself to prevent waste and battery drain.
The exact timing varies by manufacturer. Some run for 10 minutes, others go up to 20, but they all shut off automatically to protect your electrical system. The light stays on, but the heating element shuts off to save power. Need more defrosting? Press the button again to restart the cycle. Here's what they don't tell you. This saves your battery from unnecessary drain and prevents the heating element from overheating and damaging itself from extended use, which costs $200 plus to replace.
Some people think their defrost is broken when they press the button and nothing happens. It's not broken. It's in cool-down mode from the last cycle.
Wait a few minutes and it'll work again. What mechanics know but won't mention, running your rear defrost for hours continuously can cause element burnout, and they make good money replacing those. Understanding this simple timer prevents confusion, protects your battery, and keeps your system working for years without expensive repairs. Secret number 1, the secret fuel economy display reset. Your car's trip computer says you're getting 18 miles per gallon, but that number never seems to improve no matter how carefully you drive. Here's why. It's averaging your entire tank, including that time you idled for 30 minutes or floored it on the highway. Most cars let you reset the fuel economy display to track specific trips or driving styles. Look for a small button on your steering wheel or stalk, usually near the trip odometer controls.
Press and hold it for a few seconds, and the average MPG resets to start fresh. Here's the kicker. Understanding your actual fuel economy on different routes can save you $500 plus per year by identifying inefficient driving patterns or routes that burn more gas.
What they don't tell you, dealerships and mechanics love when you don't track real fuel economy, because you'll never notice when something's wrong until it's a major problem requiring expensive repairs. You'd be shocked how many people drive on bad oxygen sensors or clogged air filters for months, wasting hundreds in extra fuel because they never reset their MPG display to notice the sudden drop.
This feature lets you instantly see if that fuel-saving highway route actually saves gas, or if city streets with fewer stops are more efficient.
Some people discover they're wasting $50 plus monthly on routes they thought were economical. Track your MPG after oil changes, tire rotations, or fuel filter replacements to see if maintenance actually improved efficiency or if your mechanic just took your money. That wraps up our list of 17 hidden features you'll regret not knowing sooner. Which one shocked you most?
Drop a comment and tell me which feature you're using first this week.
Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more insider automotive secrets that actually save you money. Remember, being a smart driver means knowing what most people don't. Until next time, drive safe and keep discovering your car's hidden potential.